This is our 2022 BMW 3 Series, and this is our 1975 Pontiac Grand Prix. And these two cars share something in common. They're both 50 years old, and they were both designed by General Motors. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Hello everybody, my name is Bill. This is the channel Rust to Resurrection. This is the 50th anniversary of the BMW 3 Series automobile. It had its genesis, or its original release, in the fall of 1975. Now my Pontiac I bought in June of 1975. I ordered it. It took something like 11, 12, 13 weeks for it to come in, so I didn't get it until early fall of the same year. So what's the connection? How did GM get involved? Well, that's kind of a fun little story. In 1972, Bob Lutz, who was an employee of GM Europe, worked for the Opel division of General Motors in Germany. BMW sedans, the 2002, were getting kind of long in the tooth, so BMW wanted to come up with a replacement for those cars. So Bob Lutz leaves Opel and goes over to BMW to review the design of the new 3 Series. One of the significant changes for BMW is they wanted this to be their first in-house designed car. But at the time, they didn't have a design studio. Now when Lutz got there, he considered the design to be boxy, to be square. He told William Hofmeister, who was head of BMW's body design team, he didn't like it. So Lutz wanted to build the first model in clay, and Hofmeister didn't like the idea. So Lutz makes an appointment and goes to see the chairman of BMW and convinces him that they needed to build that first model in clay, and the chairman agreed and gave him the go-ahead. But because BMW never made anything in clay, they didn't have any connections or contacts to buy clay. So when Lutz goes and looks for clay to do these models, it turns out that there was none. That both Ford and GM of Europe had bought all of the clay that was available. So he calls his good friend Dave Hulls, who is chief of design for Opel. But he doesn't only send the clay that Lutz asked for. He sends an entire modeling crew of builders and modelers. And within 1 month, BMW had an entire design studio set up for the 3 Series, and they had a temporary head of design. In a later interview, Lutz said, "Make no mistake, General Motors set up the BMW design studio." Now it hit the US market in the fall of 1976, and it was marketed as the 1977 model year. That's not where it ends. David E. Davis, Jr. from Car and Driver magazine, he is the guy who made the 3 Series famous. Turns out Davis's opinion really mattered. He loved the new 3 Series, and he called it a splendid little car. The 3 Series became the standard that the rest of the world would spend its time chasing. But that's not the end of the story. Both of these cars were designed to be personal sport luxury cars. They were each designed to have plenty of power, and the handling was supposed to be some of the best for the period that they were built. Both cars come in at around 4,300 to 4,400 pounds. But that is where the similarities end. Bam. Now I know where all the hood insulation went. Guys, don't ever let your car sit for 30 years because the mice just love everything that doesn't move. All right, this seat is powered. The motor makes a lot of noise. The only thing that's working is back and forth, and even that's not working very well. So I need to get this seat out of the car. And frankly, I have no idea how to do it. I'm being told that there's nuts and this thing bolts down into a series of studs. So I need to find those studs and then try to get the nuts out so I can lift the seat out. This is going to be stupid fun.